Alfonso, this is Optimus Prime. Hold on to your dreams. Never give up and never give in. Transform and roll out.
What's good, Alfonso Nation? Welcome back, everybody, to another video. Let's go. This is a pretty heavily requested video and something I already planned on doing when I did my first one at the beginning of the year. This is the mid-year summer 2024 collection update / tour. So I'm just going to show you the collection and show you what changed. Now, this is more of a movie collection update because when I took a glance, I took a gander at what I had, it was basically movie stuff. Like, I don't have much G1 anymore. You know, I don't have any Beast Wars aside from Rise of the Beast, if you count that. I don't have Armada, you know, like I don't have all these other continuities, but I have my favorite continuities. I have the things that I like the most, the things I want to spend my money on, and the things that I enjoy looking at, and that's the movies. So I'm a movie man, and if you understand, we're gonna get into the updates. I'm actually really satisfied with how things are coming along. There's some changes I plan to make in the future, but the changes I made so far, I feel like I'm kind of content with the collection now, which is really awesome. So yeah, by all means, no more talking. We're gonna get into the things that I changed and the things that remain the same for the collection. Let's get into the tour. Alrighty, guys. We are doing another collection update. This one is basically not that much different from the first collection tour that we did at the beginning of the year in January, about 5 to 6 months ago, relatively, give or take. A lot of what you saw in that video is about what you're going to see in this one. So this is just kind of an update, not really like a major change. From the past two previous ones, it was a pretty significant change. But for this one, not really that much. But I'm going to go over what's different. So what I'm going to start to do is just kind of go over each shelf and just talk about the shelves and if there's anything that I did to them. So let's start off. Of course, this is the War for Cybertron shelf. You got the Gamer Edition stuff, and I have a little bit of a mixture of like the original, like with the Soundwave. I think that's a Generations Soundwave with Generations Warpath. I do have the Reactivate B up there with the Dark Moon Skyhammer because they are technically video game characters. I don't have any other space for them. I do like those designs, but the Reactivate stuff is just not a thing that's being promoted. We have Soundwave there, and we have another Soundwave, Reactivate, and Starscream for Reactivate. And this is a new addition, Sideswipe. I freaking love this guy. Sideswipe and Starscream are new recruits from the previous video, and it just really helps fill in this entire space. I don't even know if I can put any more here, because they're literally shoulder to shoulder. So my next move might be to remove the miscellaneous characters in the back, push these guys back, and then kind of like do some alt modes. That's my problem I might do, because you're looking at it from a low angle. So if you do that, then you're gonna kind of block them a lot. So the most I can do is alt modes going forward for this shelf, if I don't expand the shelf, which I might do. Moving on down, Transformers Rise of the Beast. If you don't know, now you know. This is basically the full Studio Series lineup. I'm not missing anybody. I have the full lineup of each character, and there's some bots in here that I prefer the main line more, you know, like Pablo and Nightbird I can tolerate, but I decided to just stick with Studio Series and stay faithful. And I do have the YOLO Park in the back for the robot mode. So all of these YOLO Park characters were free. They were free samples. I'm partnered with YOLO Park, so B and Prime. B has his upgrade kit, and we have Scourge for YOLO Park with the transwarp key that came with Primal. We have Air Razor still in her flight stand, and we have the YOLO Park Cheetor and Primal. I considered Rhinox, but I got Primal because he's a leader, so I'm doing like my, like leaders. So Primal, Scourge, Prime, and then one scout of each, Bumblebee and then Cheetor. And if they do a YOLO Park battle trap, I'm gonna cry tears of joy, and I'm gonna put him in this collection. I do still have my 3 Porsche Mirages. I just have the other 2 in different areas of the house because it's a kind of like a monochrome silver blue. It can actually fit with my color scheme of the rest of my house. I do have the upgrade kit for these 3, and I love this. This is Primal tearing up some Terracons. You got Scorponok under there, Freezer. I gave them to him and let him have his play because he's about to kill everything. But that's it. Rise to be Shelf looks good. I don't really have anything else I'm planning. I mean, you know, obviously they're gonna put out an Ape Link. I might get the Ape Link, but I can't. I mean, I barely have any room, so I might have to expand the shelf if I get any other, you know, like Studio Series figure. It's pretty packed up here. So, Dark of the Moon is next, my favorite movie. Let's go. So, there's not much different here. I do have the Corvette Assassin Sideswipe I got from TFK in LA. That was at the Chosen Prime. And then I have the Black Apple Ironhide. Let's go. That's my favorite looking Ironhide in my collection officially. He's beautiful. And I just recently got him. Every other character, though, that you've seen on this shelf before is still here. Only thing that I did differently is just, you know, pose them a little different. I added the hooks to Dino, and that really elevates the whole thing. I did that because I was like, man, that unique toys Dino looks so good, like way better than this. So I was like, should I sell this and just swap it out? Because, like, man. So I just put the hooks on him to make him look better because I kind of felt some type of way. But that's it for this shelf. About the same. Dark of the Moon looks pretty good. If I get any more Dark of the Moon stuff, which I expect to get the Cyber Era Bumblebee and some other stuff, I'm going to have to expand this shelf or figure something out because just about every shelf in my collection is filled to the brim. So I'm kind of maxed capacity for a lot of these. So we'll see what happens. Moving on down, we got the Autobots Arrival shelf. Let's go. This is one of my favorite ones. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, this movie, these designs, beautiful. And my new addition to the shelf is Jazz. What's cracking, Lil bitch? This looks like a cool place to... I didn't have him last time. I was waiting on him to restock. Now, this is not the MPM Jazz. This is the KO. This is the Silver Phantom, I believe it's called. So now the set is complete. You got the MPM scaled with the Studio Series. And of course, Waging Thunder Leader Black Ops Optimus Prime, the crown jewel of transforming primes in my collection. Looking amazing. I can't stop looking at this shelf. Oh my god, like what else do I do? Moving on down, we got some Decepticons. Yeah, we got MPM Bone Crusher, official Hasbro. I think this is all official Hasbro, actually. So this whole shelf is official. This is the Studio Series Megatron. I put him on a flight stand because obviously there's a lot of space that's needed for the helicopter mode of the Studio Series Blackout. So I just, you know what, I just gave him the whole ground and just picked Megatron up, and I think that works a lot better because now you have one that's mid-flight. And of course I put Scorponok up here too with Blackout. My favorite MPM figure on this shelf is Bone Crusher, but my favorite Decepticon design is still gonna be Blackout. I'm still just like, I love that helicopter design. It's so sick. But that's all that changed, was really just elevating Megatron and adding Scorponok. And then moving down, we got this shelf, which is basically the same as last time. It's the KO MPM Starscream with the official Studio Series Starscream. I'm going to probably get the KO 07 Scream so that it can match with the Jet, but I'm not getting rid of that. The space is cleared for MPM, bro! He's officially in people's hands. I've seen reviews. I've seen pictures. I cannot wait. That's going to complete this shelf. But the biggest change that I've made since my beginning of the year video is the midsection. That's the biggest change. I said, you know what? I'm just gonna embrace the obsession. Not really upset. Yeah, it's probably a problem. Yeah, I think it's a problem. You know what? No, I'm gonna embrace the passion. I'm gonna just use the word passion. I'm gonna embrace the passion for Optimus Prime because I truly have one. And I'm gonna just take the whole midsection and make it the Prime Shrine. And I'm in love with this so much. So much, it's like a sea of red and blue, and I can't ask for better. This is my guy. This is my boy. He's my favorite fictional character of all time, aside from just, you know, within the genre Transformers. He's my favorite of all time, just period. This is the most recent change, nevertheless. This was kind of like a featured thing. I had some Rise of the Beast stuff last time, I think, for the last video. I actually moved my Transformers Prime collection here for a bit, and then I was like, you know what? I'm going all in for Prime. This is it. This is my decision. Still have the 3-0 Jet Power. This was a gift. Shout out to 3-0 Collector, a good friend of mine. Thank you so much for gifting me this beautiful masterpiece. This is the 3-0 Deluxe Megatron. And I didn't have a place for him, so he's the only Decepticon in the Prime Shrine, which doesn't really make sense, but he's Revenge of the Fallen, and technically I do have Jetfire too, so that's kind of how I justified it. Behind him, I got a Mitten Box Studio Series 102 Prime. You probably can't really see him that well, but there he is. I just wanted another one, because it's such a landmark figure, such a peak figure. I was like, you know, I just got to get another one. And he was so rare at the time, and I know they're re-releasing him, so he's not going to be as rare going forward, but this is one of the first, this is from the first release, you know, the buzzworthy version, so I had to just keep him and put him on display somewhere. Moving on down, we have just more primes. So this is the KO of the MP44. That's not the official MP44. I'm not paying a gazillion dollars. I really wanted the official one, to be honest, because I wanted the Peter Cullen voice in it, you know, how it has a little voice feature. I really wanted that Peter Cullen voice, but I don't want it bad enough to go homeless. I do have the official Hasbro TFP Optimus Prime. Love that thing. Some of these figures I don't really need or care for. I just have it because of the shrine. I got Lunar Cruiser Prime. I got the trailer for my newest Prime editions, the Target Prime, and then I got the Holiday Prime under there. And then I have some die-cast Jadas, all three of the movie ones I think that are out. It's the smaller versions, and then I have the signed Optimus Prime I got from Universal Studios at TF Late 2024. It's not signed by anybody official, but it's signed by my buddies, some of my execs from the trip. You got Prime as the creator, shout out to you, Awesomeness Prime, Jake Prime, so you have the whole lineup. It looks good, I love it. It's a good reminder of the trip. Got MDLX Prime beneath that, Reactivate Prime, just Prime everywhere. Target Prime, Legacy Animated Prime, then that's my first ever Voyager Prime back there, the Revenge of the Fallen one. This is the MPM-12, and that's the MP-10 trailer, I want to say. So I just was like, I wonder how this looks. And it looked decent enough, so I just gave him the trailer. This is the 3-0 Bumblebee Movie Optimus Prime. Love this thing so much. Beautiful Optimus Prime design. I love him. He's not my favorite movie Prime design, but he's a nice one. So up on here, of course, you got the big boy, Big Honcho, the king himself. And yeah, baby, this is awesome. I'm not gonna lie, this is so cool, dude. This is, every time I walk in a room, I just see these, and I'm just like, bro, oh my gosh, like, that's so fire. I'm a movie guy. Y'all can shoot me in the chest if you want. I've gotten shot already. I'm pretty durable now. I don't care. I'm here for my Prime, for my movie Prime specifically. So this is the Rise of the Beast Prime 3-0. I did not do an unboxing or review or anything of him because I wanted that one for me. I just want to take him out of the box, admire him, and put him on the shelf. I didn't want to do any like work, so to speak, for this guy. Just, you know, I actually acquired this during my break from content, so I wasn't gonna wait for me to get off the break to do the video. But you're seeing him in this video, so there you go. Got the Rise of the Beast 3-0 Prime, and then I got the Jada, the big boy, with the Rise of the Beast Funko. I just threw in some Matrix of Leaderships. They're both die-cast. This one's from, I want to say this one's from MP12, and this one is from Black Apple Prime, and I just have like kind of like the Cableverse / Nightverse, and then I've got the Peak Bayverse. And of course, this is still Bayverse too. This is not going to stay this way, so by the end of the year, I expect this is going to, the centerpiece will be different, because I am absolutely going to get a beautiful Prime that will be so epic, he will have to be dethroned and placed somewhere else. I will have a centerpiece Prime who is currently on the way, en route, shipping to headquarters now, and he will be my 100th Teletran unboxing episode. And holy freaking crap, I'm gonna try not to go crazy, but that is one of my, I've been wanting that figure for so long. So he's gonna replace this this Night Prime where he is there. But for now, I have the Night Prime here, and then I've got the BS03, I think it is, It's the Unique Toys Challenger, but it's the KO version, so it's not the official Challenger. Then I have a new addition to the Prime Shrine. I have the Sword of Judgment from Alien Attack. Bruh, oh my gosh, this is so cool. And I have the little bracelet that was given to me by Ashley, an Alfonso Nation fan at TFCon LA, and I got the sword, courtesy of, whoa, it's Primus, the creator, my guy. I love you, Primus. He gave me this because he wanted to have Peter Cullen sign this sword, and they were selling this sword at TFCon. So he already had this, but he bought another one while he was there to get Peter Cullen to sign it, and he did. It was a whole story behind it. It was an amazing experience, actually, to be honest. And then he ended up just gifting me this just because he's so friendly and so amazing and so awesome. So thank you so much. This is literally peak, and it's mounted on the wall, and it completes. It just adds that Prime aesthetic. And here we go. Oh my god, dude. Oh my gosh. So this is Bay. I'm just gonna listen to me, guys. This is probably gonna be my crown jewel. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, this was my crown jewel since 2019 when I bought it. But as soon as that third-party flight tech with the jet wings come in, this has the potential to dethrone every single Prime and be my favorite. Well, I don't know, because there's another one we're gonna have to see. But for movie Primes, absolutely. This is basically a 3-0 level figure. Even though it's not from 3-0, it's the Metal Club Muscle Bear MC003F, but there is going to be a trailer with the artillery ring and the flight tech and the blasters that's going to elevate this thing and make it full-blown Dark of the Moon, and I can't wait, because he's truly a beast. But in hindsight, that's what it looks like for this midsection. People have asked me in my DMs what this is. This is a green screen. So sometimes, well, I haven't really been using it, but if I ever want to use it, it's a green screen. But I didn't want to, like, take up a permanent green screen in my studio because I don't want to have a big green wall permanently. So I found this cool thing where it's like a retractable screen, and you pull it up, and you can like stand in front of it. I'm not gonna put a lot of weight out because I don't have the anchors in, but you can stand in front of it and film in front of it, and you can just, you know, I can be reporting from Cybertron. So there you go. It's so cool though. This is one of the coolest, like, studio gadgets I've ever seen. It's from Newer, so there you go. But that's it for the Prime Shrine. But right above it, yeah, baby! I think this is my favorite edition since the previous video. I finally found a freaking place for my SteelBooks. You guys have no idea how much I was trying to figure out exactly how I want to display these, because I didn't want to take up any shelf space. I was like, I could do a shelf. Should I do white shelves? But no, I kind of want to do like a darker shelf, like contrast. I gotta say, I'm fully satisfied. This is so epic. So, it's the SteelBook collection, the 6-movie thing that I got from Amazon. That video is on my channel if you want to see it. I actually do I'm really proud of that video, so if you want to show some support to it, I would really appreciate it. Now, of course, there's not much room for expansion. There's movies going to be coming out, so when TF1 drops, I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do from there. But for now, it's all live action, and your boy's digging it. Moving over here, not much different to show off. This is the same from the beginning of the year. Follow Cybertron stuff, Planet X stuff, and I got the Jim Bob Wabertron up there. That's the shelf, and it looks amazing. Moving on down, we got the Bumblebee Movie shelf. Fantastical like no other. And my latest additions, the update here is I have the Optimus Prime, of course, but I also have the Megatron, and I have the Shockwave. Let's go. Destroy the launch pad. That Megatron is so fire. Oh my god. The amount of fan-made modes this thing can do is crazy. And that silver paint makes him look so, like, modern and beautiful. And he's not even in the movie. He's my favorite. He's my favorite. Probably of all of them. I mean, I do like the secret designs. I'm a big fan of the secret designs for this movie. It's one of my favorites. I do love Shockwave. Beautiful design for Shockwave. One of the best Shockwave depictions with the G1 inspiration, I would say. Of course, my favorite is Dark of the Moon. And, of course, everything else is the same. Alright, everybody, let's go! My show. Oh my god, dude. This is... Can we just Like, this is my entire heart. Like, this, if I had to, let's have a conversation. If I had to sell my whole collection, including these, which are honestly like my favorite visually, if I had to sell everything and keep one shelf, it's gonna be the shelf that started it all. The designs that are beautiful, the freaking show. This is the best show. I honestly, from score to design to character focus to freaking plot twist to action to storyline to just the humor, the everything, the freaking everything. Every character is unique to themselves, and a lot of them had so much development. So I did tell you guys that I was going to expand the TFP shelf at the beginning of the year, and I kind of sort of did. I gave it the bigger one, the bigger shelf, because at first this TFP shelf was right up here with Rise of the Beast, and Rise of the Beast was here, and these primes were scattered, right? So this is just my way of kind of expanding it to give it a bigger space, and I like it. It's a little crammed, and I'm not 100% of a fan. You can't see all of them. You can't see Bulkhead much, and you can't see Arachnid that well. You gotta look over Megatron's shoulder. But in hindsight, it still has a nice visual appeal, and Predaking and the Beast Hunters Prime really just takes it to another level and gives it some height. So that's what I really love. Beautiful shelf, beautiful show, one of my favorite displays. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna keep adding stuff to this. This is not gonna stop. Anyway, so Prime Megatron, Peak, Dad, a Giga Chad, and then I have Jack, Miko, and Raph, 3 valiant young humans, without whom this day would have been lost. The Decepticon's looking cool, Starscream cool, yep, Predaking, Gangsta, and yeah, all that stuff. But beautiful shelf, one of my favorites of all time, and that's one of the bigger updates too to the collection because it was in a different location. Alright, let's take a look at these guys. So this is my most recent thing that I'm doing. I decided for the Age of Extinction / Night stuff, I don't need upscaled, you know? I don't need the big boys. I'm okay. It's kind of like with Bumblebee Movie, you know? I'm okay with not getting quality. I can go with quantity just to have a team and, you know, have figures that's more playable. So I got the Studio Series Hot Rod. I've got the Premier Edition Barricade. I got him a little custom, you know, I added some silver and some color to him. This is the Studio Series Crosshairs with Grimlock. What up, fellas? I'm not sure if I'm gonna go with Premier Edition for now until Studio Series decides to change their lives. I may, for some, like I'm considering the Megatron just to have them, but that's just what it looks like. I think I'm gonna keep this up and just kind of build this, and it's probably gonna look like this when I'm finished with it. And then we're gonna move down to the directly below. We're gonna move down to Revenge of the Ballin, Shakal, and Fallen, and here we go. So I got the twins. This is the original Hasbro. That's the tuner mud flap. There's different variations apparently. And I got these two at TFCon LA. So happy to have them because Studio Series just not changing their lives. Unique Toys is making some, but it's not going to scale with the Studio Series stuff. So I don't know if I'm going to get the Unique Toys one. Bumblebee, I don't even remember which one this is. This is one of the OG ones though. It's not Studio Series. And I don't even think it's Revenge of the Fallen to be honest. But I have them in the car mode because it looks closer to Revenge of the Fallen. So cool. And then this is the Bayway. Y'all don't come for me if I said it wrong. I think it's called Bayway. Or Bawai. This is the Megatron Revenge of the Fallen. This is the KO of the Studio Series, but I like the paint on this, like the finish. That's why I went with that, and then I just put the Fallen there to complete it, and so this is my Revenge of the Fallen thing. I don't know if I'm gonna get anything else. I might get a Bayway Prime for the Megatron, and that's it. And down below, nothing really to see here. These are the figures. I don't know what I'm gonna do with these, to be honest. The Galvatron may not be here when I make the collection video at the end of the year. This thing is gonna be so difficult to get rid of because of how nice he is. I don't know if I'm gonna get rid of him. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But these are this shelf is probably gonna be different by the time that, you know, the end of the year comes by and I do my end of the year or the beginning of the year for 2025 update. I'm gonna go Studio Series for these designs. So these boys, even though they're beautiful, I don't know what their future is in the studio. Because I do need to make room for another lineup of figures that I am going to be collecting, and that is Transformers 1. That's right. So one of these shelves are gonna have to be reworked because I gotta make room. Now we're only gonna be getting Prime first for TF1. So for now, he'll just be in the shrine. But as soon as they add more characters and I fall in love with them, like Megatron, Starscream, Alita, freaking Arachnid. I know they're gonna do the whole line because that's just what makes the money. And I can see myself collecting a TF1 shelf. I can see that happening. Other than that, that's it. That's the update. Yay, we did it. One last thing, I don't show this when I do my tours, so I probably should show this more. But this is my signed stuff, so it's my first ever Peter Cullen autograph I ever got. When I first met him with the interview, the 2-minute interview, this came along with it. So I love how the first ever autograph I get from Prime, from Peter Cullen Prime, is the first ever show that introduced me to the franchise and that made me such a big fan. So cool. And of course, I have the James Horan autograph for TFP Wheeljack, 2023 TFCon. Wreckers rule. Love that. I think he's my favorite Autobot under Optimus Prime in that show. I think I can actually arrive to that statement. And Josh Keaton, Jack himself. Roll out. Love it. And then, of course, this is the desk again. You guys saw this in the last one. I think in the last one, I don't think I had my monitor. That's right. I had one monitor in the last, I think. I had the MacBook on that little thing. Well, I decided to go dual with them. So that really, that's awesome. Because, like, this is the monitor that I work on full-time for my real job. But this is the monitor I can always have for like my Mac to do whatever, YouTube or just watch movies or whatever. So now I got a bigger screen and just it's awesome. Also, shout out to one of my newest friends, BRH Studios, for making this. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna have to just minimize this. I'm definitely not doing any shopping at Chilsea store right now. But this, one of my favorite Doctor the Moon like posters, but there was never like an official like full 4K freaking awesome version because, you know, they either had text on it or was poor quality. He upscaled it and did his beauty. Go check out his stuff. He's got a bunch of awesome upscales and just higher res images and photos and screen caps of different things and for the Transformers franchise, and I just love it. So that's what I'm rocking right now for the wallpaper. So there you go. That was the collection. It is a work in progress, but it's more of a finished work than it is a work in progress because I kind of feel a level of satisfaction with it. I don't see any major upgrades I'm going to have to end up doing until I get a different room, until I move into a bigger place with a bigger space where I can really make some noise. But for this wall, I think I'm satisfied. I'm good. But I just wanted to do the update because you guys have asked for it. A lot of you guys have. And I kind of like the idea of doing periodic updates, not just doing one a year, but maybe doing them biannually, you know, twice a year. Maybe at the beginning, then the middle, beginning and middle. But let me know in the comments how often you guys want to see these, because I don't change things as much as some people might. But that's the update. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, slam dunk a like on it. If you're new, subscribe. There's going to be more stuff like this and new series ideas I'm going to be probably generating on the way as we close off the year. And of course, TF1, there's gonna be all those figures coming through, hopefully more than just Prime, but I'm excited for Prime nevertheless. But that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you all in the next one. Till all are one home. Hey, it's 6 o'clock. It is 6 o'clock? Bro, what happened to the... Anyway, home team!